Good morning, precious people. Here we are together. It's another fresh day. I'm so thankful for your irreplaceable light and the experience and the wisdom that you bring into the world. Today is a gift filled with possibility. So let's open it with kindness and curiosity. Just remember, we're all still growing and learning, so let's show each other some grace today. So grab your nearest drink. I have 3 drinks I'm working on right now. I have my water. I had probably 1 cup of water before I started my other drinks today. I have my coffee. Today is day 3. So I did 1, 2, 3. Actually, I just started. So 1, 2. So maybe I have a 3 and a 4 left in there. I definitely will need coffee today. I'm going to work. I help at a tea house. I work at a tea house whenever they need some help. So today they need some help. So I'll be working today. Let's see. I was working on a book I'm helping somebody write this morning, doing some organization on the chapters and things. Tomorrow I have a big community meeting. So yesterday and today I'll be working on a little handout flyer that I'll be taking to the meeting. My husband's out of town. Today is his birthday. So I sent him a little sweet message already this morning. He's working on his birthday, which is fine. I mean, a lot of people do that, but he's been so worn out from all this other, South Africa, South America, all around America. So it's been a lot those last few weeks, and he's really worn out on his birthday. So I'm hoping that he has a good day still. So, and then my last drink. Bye. My son's leaving for school. So my last drink is my brain juice, which did not work yesterday. I read the word core, COPRS, CORPS as corpse. I don't know if you guys got that. I read the word twice. The first time I read it corpse, and the second time I was like, oh yeah, core. Whoops. It's hard to seem like an expert in anything if you can't pronounce words right. So sorry about that, guys. I want to talk about taking vacation. This is something near and dear to my heart. This is something I've been doing my whole life. I remember, let's see. Well, I don't know if it's considered a vacation, but I lived in Denver and the suburbs of Denver when I was growing up. And my stepdad's family lived up in Grand Junction on the other side of the mountains. So for holidays and hunting season, we'd go up to Grand Junction. I'd stay with my grandparents up there. And to me, that felt like vacation. So even from a young, tiny age, I remember 3 years old, we got in a car accident on our way up to Grand Junction. So I remember from the time I was 3 years old, going on vacation, just going somewhere else, doing something different. So that was nice. And the first time I went to Mexico, we walked over the border in Tijuana. I believe I was either 5 or 6 years old. And that's where I got my bargaining skills that early. I wanted this little coconut purse, and it was, so many dollars. And my dad told me ahead of time, he's like, when you want something and they're trying to sell you something, you tell them you can only pay half of what they're asking. And then if they can't let you have it for that price, you walk away. So this is not my stepdad, this is my biological father I was in Tijuana with. And so I saw that purse and I remember what he said. So the man's like, oh, this is $10. And I was like, I only have $5. Cute little baby me saying, I only have $5. Please, please. And I don't know if it worked, but I know I walked away with that purse. I may have gone up a couple dollars. I don't know. Or my dad said, I can lend you a couple dollars. Or I can't remember the rest of the situation. I do know that I got the purse. But I do remember my dad buying some blankets, some of those Mexican blankets. And I remember watching, because this was before I got my purse. And he says, no, I want 3 blankets for the price of 1. The guy's like, no, can't do that. And so my dad starts walking me. He's like, sir, I'll give you 3 for the price of 1. That's fine. So I do know I got that purse. I must have gotten it half price, because I don't remember personally haggling, but I do remember the advice I was given, what I saw, and then I got my purse. So I love vacationing, and I've been doing it since I was super young. Went to Canada, Hawaii, Australia. As a child, I stayed on a naval base in Puerto Rico and took a cruise all around the islands. So I got the travel bug early. I do want to read some science behind it, why you have to take a vacation. Don't skip that vacation. Here, taking a vacation, whether it's a week-long beach escape, a city adventure, or even a short weekend getaway, it's one of the most powerful evidence-based ways to improve your life. Science shows it doesn't just feel good. It rewires your brain. It protects your body, and it boosts your mood and creativity. It sharpens your focus, strengthens relationship, and it even adds years to your life. I'm not just saying all this, it's science-based. The benefits come from breaking routines, experiencing novelty, allowing a true recovery. Its effects that go further than just simply rest. When you think of vacation, like, okay, I'm going to take a break. So, chronic stress floods your body with cortisol, which impairs your memory, focus, mood, and even your immune function. Vacations interrupt this cycle. So when you step away from your daily pressures, cortisol and other stress hormones drop, while the feel-good chemicals like dopamine, serotonin, and the endorphins you feel, they're rising. Studies confirm this. A systematic review of vacation research found that consistent improvements in health and well-being exist. Reduced tension, fatigue, and depression. The University of Pittsburgh Mind-Body Center shows that vacations increase pleasant emotions while lowering depressive symptoms. An American Psychological Association survey of working adults revealed that after vacation, 68% felt more positive, 66% had more energy, and 57% returned more motivated and even less stressed. So even short breaks, like a weekend away, can reduce emotional exhaustion and burnout, according to a 2018 study in the Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health. Spending time in nature or new environments like Tijuana when you're 6 years old, it amplifies this feeling of awe, that sense of wonder you get from a mountain view. Oh my goodness, I just remember being a little kid going to Yellowstone and just like, how is this water so hot, right? I could see if it was in the center core part of the earth being that hot, but this is like a little pool of water just sitting on the ground, like on the side of a trail even, and it's steaming. How is that? So you have that sense of awe and wonder, which research links to lower stress and higher life satisfaction. I agree. I can verify this is correct. Travel and vacations are a workout for your brain. It promotes neuroplasticity, the ability to form new neural connections. Routine life keeps your brain on autopilot, and this novelty of vacations forces it to adapt. Have you ever been in a country where they don't speak English? To Japan and France is who comes to my mind, where you're trying to use the subway and you're like, what? Everything's kind of in a language and some English too, so you can get around, but it pushes your brain. It is a mental workout, and it breaks you out of your lull of every day. And I totally get that neuroplasticity because your brain's thinking extra hard sometimes. So planning the trip engages your frontal lobe, the executive function, which makes decisions, has goal setting. Navigating the new places lights up your parietal lobe, which is like this, if you had a headband on, I believe. Oh, no. Actually, maybe it's here. I can't remember where the parietal lobe. I'm thinking of a strip of motor cortex. Never mind. Anyway, so part of your brain, the parietal lobe, gives spatial awareness and visual scanning. You form memories, those more dense connections in your brain. You share stories. It activates your temporal lobes, your memory and language. Oh, yeah, that is here. Anyway, a psychologist at the Cleveland Clinic explains, anytime we experience a new activity, new neural connections form in the brain. Those new pathways help you see things from different perspectives and improve your problem-solving skills. This leads to measurable gains in creativity, focus, and decisiveness that carry over after you return. Travel also combats monotony, which dulls cognitive performance. New smells, sounds, cultures, and foods flood your brain with stimuli. It boosts your empathy, which, I mean, I've seen the poorest of the poor, I feel like, on my travels. I have seen third world countries where it's nothing like here. Yeah, that empathy, attention, and it create this creative thinking inside. Even the anticipation of a vacation does wonders. A Dutch study found that happiness gets boosted from planning a vacation, and it can last up to 8 weeks before you even leave. Now, physical health. The cardiovascular payoffs are striking. In the landmark multiple risk factor intervention trial, MRFIT, following 12,000 middle-aged men at high risk for heart disease, those who took more frequent vacations had 17% lower all-cause mortality, 29% lower cardiovascular mortality, 32% lower coronary heart disease mortality. These held up after adjusting for income, blood pressure, smoking, and other factors. Related findings showed men skipping vacations had a 30% higher risk of a heart attack, while women vacationing less than once every 6 years faced 8 times the risk of heart disease compared with those who take 2 or more per year. I'm going to live forever, you guys. I take vacations all the time. I live in a vacation heaven. I can take vacation every weekend to the beach here in Florida. It's great. Let's see. Vacations also improve sleep and the quantity of sleep. It enhances memory and concentration, boosts your immunity, lowers your blood pressure, and reduces inflammation. You guys, who knew vacations were a miracle cure? Just kidding. I know. I love vacation. I think vacation just makes your life so much better. All the experiences you can take and experience in your life, I think just improves your life. And science says it too. So contrary to the hustle culture myths, taking time off makes you better at work. One analysis found that for every additional 10 hours of vacation, year-end performance rose 8%. People who use all their vacation time are more likely to get promoted, or raises, and there's less burnout and turnover. So you return with clearer thinking and fresh perspectives. You know, that thing you've been beating your head on the wall about, maybe you go on vacation, your brain can like relax into a state where you're like, yeah, you know what, actually, I can think about this thing differently now. I think it's a huge life improvement when something like that happens. I think that's actually happened to my husband. We've been on vacation. He's like, oh my gosh, why didn't I think of this thing? When I get back, I'm going to be able to get on that problem and solve it. He said that. I can't remember the specifics, but I know on vacation, my husband has had some aha moments, and he comes back and he's like, I don't know what I was thinking before. This is fine. Socially, vacations foster bonding. Imagine standing in a queue line at Disney World for 2 hours with your family. Guess what? You get a lot of talking. We like to do hand sandwich game. A lot of people do this like heads up game while they're standing in line. You really get that bonding. I love standing in queue lines with my husband and my children because we can really be silly. I don't know. The bonding we get on these vacations is so awesome. Whether you're with family, friends, or new people you meet along the way, it's great. It really adds to your social toolbox, your social, yeah, even your ability to be in social situations of all different kinds. This will help you, or vacations help you. Effects often fade 2 to 4 weeks back at work, which is why frequent, even shorter vacations, like 3 to 4 per year rather than one big 2-week vacation, is advised. So, a meta-analysis in 2025 of 32 different studies from large studies, medium, like all different kinds of studies, they confirmed that there's measurable gains in psychological and physical well-being during vacations. But, you know, like I just said, it lasts 2 to 4 weeks after, and they really suggest, with all of the information synthesized, that you take multiple vacations throughout the year, not just one big one. So vacations aren't a luxury. They're essential maintenance for your brain, body, and spirit. They give you perspective. Life feels bigger. Your world feels bigger than just your inbox in your computer. It restores motivation, sparks joy and creativity. My family is some of the most creative people because I have worked for the airlines. We've traveled around the world. We vacation frequently. Very creative. It protects against chronic disease and helps you live longer and happier. The science is clear. Across psychology, neuroscience, cardiology, public health, regular disconnection from your routine, plus these novel experiences, creates a profoundly upgraded version of you. So, if you've been putting it off, start small. Plan something. Even if it's a year from now, have that like going in your mind, what you want to do, research, get on the internet. What's the coolest thing to do in Nowheresville, Kansas? You know, whatever you can, the next town over, go book a hotel and swim in the hotel swimming pool. You can do it. You can make these little tiny vacations happen. Start small, like I said. Build up to your dream trip, your bucket list. So your mood will start lifting today when you start planning that. Your future self is going to thank you. So if anything I said sparked a thought in you, if you have some dream vacation you're thinking of, please tell me in the comments. I want to hear about it. Make sure you're subscribed, and so you can keep getting my videos. Every single day is a chance to learn and grow and become more of the wonderful person you are. So thanks for sharing your time here with me. I'll be here tomorrow with more ideas to improve your life. Hopefully you take advantage of it. I hope you have a wonderful day. I know I'm going to be busy, but I'm going to look into getting my next vacation scheduled. Bye, guys. You are the Lord's precious ones. Don't forget that.